Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood kicks off Thursday, September 8th, and with a few weeks before the event, things are starting to heat up quite a bit at the park. Between construction and announcements, there's lots to talk about, so let's jump right into it. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Exploring Attractions. My name is Scott, and you're watching your stop for all things theme park and attraction related. Make sure you're subscribed with those bell notifications on, and check out our official website, exploringattractions.com. As always, you can find everything else down below in the description. In today's video, I want to discuss a little bit about what was announced at Midsummer Scream 2022, since we haven't on this channel quite yet, and that is, of course, Scarecrow, a brand new original house coming to Halloween Horror Nights 2022 in Hollywood, and what we already know, kind of just like a roundup of what we have announced for Halloween Horror Nights. So let's first obviously kick off with Scarecrow, which was announced at the Halloween Horror Nights panel at Midsummer Scream 2022 just a few weeks ago. We were there and tons of fans were excited for it. I mean, John Murdy, creative director, did share quite a bit and it was pretty awesome. The Scarecrow original house will be taking the place of Haunting of Hill House near the Curious George parking lot and will follow a story similar to the one that they had in Orlando a few years back. Although they will follow the same storyline, Murdy has promised that he'll have his own twist in there and it'll be a little bit different compared to that. Judging from the different elevations that Murdy shared with us all, it seems like it's going to kind of be around the same. However, there are some new characters which he also shared, including King Crow, a stilt walker actor that we'll see at the end of the maze, kind of like the big bad. Regardless if it's the same or not as Orlando's, we haven't seen this type of quality in the past recent years in Hollywood, so I'm super excited to see all these different elevations come to life that Murdy did share with everybody. We also got a great look at what the facade's final transformation will look like, with them adding vines to the current house. And John also did talk about how historically inspired he is by the Dust Bowl and bringing this house to life. Me personally, I'm super excited for this house as it opens up the door to bringing more originals to the Hollywood event. As Orlando does every year, they have a good mix of originals and IPs, and I feel like that's what Hollywood's starting to lean towards to bring in more fans to the event. I really think, judging just from the facade alone and the quality of Orlando's house, that Scarecrow is going to be a top 3 maze in my opinion, and I cannot wait, especially considering the fact that it was the first house in the Hollywood location to start taking shape earlier this year. And speaking of Midsummer, we did have the chance to talk to John Murdy, creative director, afterwards and asked him a little bit about the Weekend After Hours Nightmare as well as the freshly announced Scarecrow. So if you want to check that video out, make sure to click the link down below in the description. And we did upload the full HHN panel, so if you missed out on Midsummer Scream and you want all the juicy details in regards to Scarecrow, you can also check that out as well. Moving on from Scarecrow the Reaping, for what we have announced now, we have the Horrors of Blumhouse starring the Black Phone and Freaky, Universal Monsters Legends Collide starring Dracula, the Mummy, and the Wolfman, The Weekend After Hours Nightmare,
ladies and gentlemen, The Weekend,
and of course Halloween. In this panel, John actually did share a whole lot of what we can expect for Legends Collide, sharing different elevation pictures that his partner Chris Williams has been working on, and he even brought out Slash to sample some of the music that we're expected to hear in Universal Monsters Legends Collide. And let me tell you guys, it's some of Slash's best work for the event and I cannot wait. Judging off the success of Universal Monsters The Bride of Frankenstein Lives, I think that this one will knock it out of the park, especially with the soundtrack alone. Things are starting to ramp up at the park as it seems like that facade is 100% complete, other than a couple additions that we'll see on opening night, with the narration of a projection on the front right side of the facade, it looks like. The Weekend will be located in Soundstage 29, directly behind Transformers. The Horrors of Blumhouse will be located in Waterworld, and Halloween will be located right across Scarecrow the Reaping, just giving kind of a feel of where everything's going to be located that has been announced. Over at the park right now, construction walls are coming down, revealing all the different facades, including the one in the Persian Courtyard and the one for Horrors of Blumhouse starring Freaky and the Black Phone. The Horrors of Blumhouse has been confirmed to be some form of old video store, and it looks like right now there's still tons of detailing to be added to it. Nonetheless though, I think even with there not being tons of detail right now, it looks awesome, and I cannot wait for them to finish this thing up, because there's plenty of room in front compared to years prior for houses that have been there for them to add, spruce it up, add different props and whatnot outside. And I could definitely see movie posters posters from each respective movie on each side of the entryway. And that's just my best guess on what's going to happen for that facade. The rumored La Llorona construction wall has also come down, and that facade looks absolutely beautiful. I still think that my favorite is probably the 2012 version of this facade, even though this one looks amazing. It looks fresh and clean, and we still don't have any information as far as what's the house going to be. We can only hope that it's still going to be rumored La Llorona. Speaking of stuff that's kind of obvious to most, they've also taken down construction walls for the rumored Killer Clowns from Outer Space house located behind Soundstage 29. Fans have even snapped pictures of the Killer Clowns inside, and obviously the circus tent outside, which looks exactly like the facade from 2019, but as stuff starts to ramp up, we'll definitely be able to tell whether or not that this will be Killer Clowns. And one other thing that Murdy did tease during the Halloween Horror Nights panel was, of course, some form of hotel themed zone, house. We don't know what it's going to be. One can only speculate that this is going to be based off of a house, and it's going to be located most likely in the Walking Dead location, as work is going on in there. And Murdy did confirm earlier this year that Walking Dead is gutted and that there's something in there that we will all be surprised about. Even on the panel, he did say that stay tuned because we'll all be shocked. We did get a cool look at the different characters and wherever this is going to be with the zone or the house, or like I said, maybe even a show. But if I had to bet my money on something, I would say that it's probably going in the Walking Dead location as a new original house. We are still waiting on confirmation on all these different rumored houses. There's still 3 that have been rumored that have not been announced quite yet, but we do expect for Universal to announce something either within this week or next week. And most likely they'll follow the same trend as Orlando did last year, where they announced all the remaining original houses all at once. And of course, last but not least, Terror Tram construction is starting to ramp up as well, with the finale seeming like it's going to be bigger than it has been in years prior, and construction going all around the former Whoville sets. They have that chain link fence up again, kind of have the different scare actors banging behind it and jumping out for different scares. And of course, the Bates Motel has been covered in plywood all over the place. I'm sure soon we'll start to see different set pieces in here, but with the Terror Tram, we also have no theme confirmed for it quite yet as well. Lots of people are speculating whether or not Nope, the new sets will be featured in it, in which I think it's a 50-50 chance on whether or not we're going to get to experience that during the Terror Tram. Maybe they'll just drive us through there, but who knows. The big rumor as far as the Terror Tram goes that's been on all the speculation maps is Hollywood Harry making his return, with the theme being yet unknown. We just know that potentially it's going to be Hollywood Harry taking over the, I guess you could say, world famous Terror Tram. You know, kind of play on words with the world famous studio tour. Nonetheless though, it seems like construction is nearly complete with everything that they're building for Halloween Horror Nights this year. We even see flame towers as of recent popping up in Scare Zone 1. So I can't wait to start to see them decorate that area for Scare Zone 1, whatever it may be. And then of course, once they start doing that, we'll start to see Scare Zone decorations for the other locations as well. But I want to know what you guys think about Halloween Horror Nights 2022 at Universal Studios Hollywood this year. Down below in the comments section, are you excited for the stuff that's been announced and is being speculated? Let me know down below in the comments section. Like I said, we will be making an Orlando one of this. I'm just waiting a couple of days to see if they announce something so we can, you know, kind of get a full grasp on everything. But anyways, everybody, as for today, my name is Scott and you've been watching Exploring Attractions. Make sure to subscribe with those bell notifications on and check out our website, www.exploringattractions.com. Positivity is key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.